Hello, welcome pen friends. This is day 19 of the challenge by Ink Journal, which is called 30 Inks, 30 Days. And so this is the ink that I have picked for today. It's going to be a little challenging to get the light just right, but it's Rohrer Klingner Vertigris. And this is from Pen Friend Sue. So it's always a little harder on this first one, but let's get right in. And we'll start our bath test. That's the first thing. See how it does in a little bath. Ooh, that's pretty. Nice color blue coming out. Okay, so we'll let that go. And then this is yesterday's. This is the Papier Plume Bootlegger Sacrament. So that's really interesting. Now, if you remember, it was sort of a plum colored, almost purplish, dark. But all of the, I'd say, dark gray, black just stayed on here. So you could still read what was soaking in the bath for a very long time. Ooh, that's coming up quite quickly today. So that's just a little report from yesterday. Let's get right into my ink journal and see where we're at here. So we've started a whole new part here on the lineup, right down here. Now, oops, that's not good to get it wet. Like I said, it's appearing just slightly dark. Okay, if I do it like that, that's pretty accurate because I'm letting some of the more natural light come in. It's not 100% here, but as far as getting a real accurate look at the color, that's always challenging. But this is an absolute gorgeous ink. I'm trying to hold still here so you can see it. It's beautiful. I love it. And it doesn't, it's Rohrer Klingner, so it's a very, I say affordable, $11.95 for a 50 milliliter bottle. And that's at Goulet Pens, or you could get a sample, 2 milliliter from there, for $1.25. So I just love it. I wish you could see. Let me try to get that to happen for you. It crusts around the edge. It's a dark, deep, darker blue around the edge with a kind of a, I don't want to say red because that could be just my eyes, but it really is nice on the Tomoya River paper. And we'll see in my journal in a minute. So special thank you again to Pen Friend Sue for this sample. I am going to have a wonderful time this afternoon with this. It's a busy time, but this afternoon I get to write. Tomorrow I have to go to the doctor, so, that's no fun. But okay, so let's go into the Tomoya River journal here, the cafe note. And I'll let you see how it looked in there. It's going to appear real dark, I can tell. I'm looking through the camera. But it has beautiful shading. Let's see if we can get a little bit of shading there. Lots of shading that I could see with my eye. I'm just not sure how much of it you'll be able to see, but it's great. So I'm going to, go and my doctor's going to see me tomorrow, and I'm going to tell him that I got these foot cramps and can't sleep right, but I'm really happy with how my diet is going. I'm just, a person needs to sleep, and I don't like my foot cramping. So he could probably do blood work and tell me what I'm not getting. There's something I've depleted, probably magnesium or something. And there's so many vitamins, who knows what to take. So I'll try to stay on topic here. Here is the envelopes. This is the cheaper one, it's a cheap security envelope with the Rohrer Klingner Vertigris. You can tell that it did, I'm trying to hold that so the natural light gets on it. It did feather, so it's not too impressive on there. But it's great on the Clairefontaine Triumph envelope. That stuff is really nice, and it took it real good. I probably shook there. I can see that it did something, but that was good. And then I've had to turn over my, we filled up one whole side of the Leuchtturm page, but I just decided to turn it over because I hate to waste too much paper. And it didn't bleed through because I just kind of hold it and go right back over, and that was on where the Lucky Orange was. No bleed through, no feathering that I can see, and I was happy with that. So then I moved on to the Clairefontaine little spiral notebook. Same there, it was wonderful, and I'm hoping you can see it shaded on there real nice. Not dramatically, but it looked nice to me. And then let's see here on the Caliber filler paper. Here we are down here. We're filling that up too. And it was good. Very good. No breathe through or anything there. Let's see. And it did well on the cheap paper, the Office Depot College Rule Notebook. I really like this because it has no holes, so you get the entire, both sides you can write on the whole page. So next time I come on, I might bring that so you could see what it looks like. There it is. No feathering or bleed through at all on that paper. Good news for me with that broad nib. There might have been just a tad where that dot is, but that doesn't even going to bother me at all. So that's easy to deal with. Let's see. There it is on Rhodia Dot Grid, a pad that I just ripped off and ripped one off of the pad. And so that's all good. Looks good on there. I really like this ink. This is really pretty for letter writing. Now let's go ahead. Well, we'll take a peek at this, and we'll save my ink journal. Okay, it's like vanishing like normal fountain pen ink, so that's probably not a big surprise to us. But let's see how this compares. I had quite a time with this because it's hard to pinpoint. It certainly didn't go on the last blue one that I made, and but I found a few that I think are in the ballpark. The problem is that two that I found, one, this Noodler's 54th Mass, I thought for sure I still had some of that, but it you know, it's not in the blue, it's not anywhere. I've scoured my pen area to see if maybe it just got left behind. I wanted to see that on this, but apparently either I've lost it or I finished it, which wouldn't surprise me either. And same with, well, Robert Oster Blue Denim Sample. I could see why I used that right up. So these two, all we have left are my indexes. But up here it is, Rohrer Klingner Vertigris. Very interesting what it did when it got water on it. Kind of, you know, quite a few of them did that same thing. See how Pirate Roshizuku Suki Yo. Now, I'm not sure how you really say that, but my apologies to anyone who I've just mangled your language, but that kind of reacted the same, but we're still not quite in the same shade with this one. Bunga Box 4B had a lot of red sheen. Let's see if we can get that to come out. Maybe from the window you could see there's red sheen there. Noodler's Bad Blue Heron. I think I understand why they're calling it bad, because it didn't move around a lot, and I would imagine that could that probably is permanent. I didn't do any research yet on that one. Then I found Diamine Twilight, and I thought, well, you know, that's similar. That's quite, it's down here, and it's similar, but it's just not quite as bright. So this is very special. I like the ink a lot myself, and I'm glad I'm home for the afternoon today so I can write letters with it. You know, it's funny when you think that's the ink that I'm writing with for the rest of the day. So that's what this challenge is about. So it's not like, oh, I don't like this, I'm gonna, you know, get another one. So, and then the J. Arbonne Verdigris sort of is nowhere near, but I wanted to see it, and I just got this sample in a few days ago, so I was indexing and I put that on there. So as you can see, there's, you know, there's some comparison to the Pilot ink, to the Roshizuku ink, and to the Diamine Twilight, a little bit, but really if you wanted that brightness and that shading, the edges that creates, that's really pretty. I also love the Bunga Box 4B, but it is unique. It's you could see that it's way different. So, and then again, this is just what I have for samples, and the fact that I had that bag I showed you yesterday on the thank you video. There may be some in there, but I just was limited with time to actually get in and get into the ones I haven't even looked at yet. So this is from what I had current, you know, what I have actually put onto indexes and was just at least slightly familiar with. So there we have it. Another really interesting, pretty ink, and I'm going to enjoy writing with it this afternoon. So for tomorrow, let me bring this over here. Yeah, I think we can see that's going to be typical, but I'll bring it back on tomorrow to show you what happened after my doctor appointment. So here is, you could tell I just don't like going to the doctor, but I don't have blood, you know, a blood lab here to, to find out whether I need calcium or whatever. So this is Aurora Blue, out of the Ink Flight June of this year. And I've been really eager to work with these to find out, you know, how Aurora inks are. You know, I understand they might be a little bit pricey, but that sample is here, and I want to see, you know, how does it flow through the pen, and what are the attributes that, you know, I might find in it. So that'll be for tomorrow. So thank you once again for joining me. It seems like I've gone quick, but I think we've seen what we needed to see. So I'll see you tomorrow, and have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.